Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I'm your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you to the Library of Ruina, where today I'm going to disappoint you all because I'm not doing the Tibbereth realization. As much as people want me to do it, I have not had the time to prepare a proper team, or make the 5th character, or decide who's going to be the 5th character. So instead, I'm going to be fighting the person that everyone thinks is an absolute horrid beast. I'm going to fight the Mountain of Smiling Bodies. And prove to you how mediocre it actually is. What kind of music is this? Oh my god, this music is creepy as all hell. Need bodies so I can grow. You heard Miss Gabara, let's be fast. It'll be hell to deal with it as it grows bigger. This place reeks of filth. We should take it down as quickly as possible. Meat, wanna eat. Tasty meat before me. It hurts. Rot. Upon taking a hit, deal 8 damage to the librarian that attacked it and inflict 1 fragile to them. Okay. What about you? We can't do slashing damage to you. Fuck. In search of corpses. Prioritizes using Devour on allies. Recovers 30% of its current HP upon defeating an ally. Do you mean the body's current HP, or the whatchamacallit HP? Divisible yet addable. Transforms back to stage 1 when HP reaches 0. Transforms to stage 3 upon fully recovering HP. Terrifying laughter. Use at the start of the scene, gain 1 strength. Uses horrid screech every 2 scenes. Okay. So we actually have to do bludgeoning damage to this damn thing. Pained Whale. Deal 2 stagger damage to the target. Honestly, that just sounds like the thing I need to just accept it happens and ignore it. Quite frankly. That just deals stagger damage. You're not being attacked by anything else. So if I devour you, or use the binding chains to reduce your power, so the chances of you winning that is very low. You do have +1 strength, which does mildly concern me. You know, I don't know if I do this on you, whether you will gain a counter die, whether you will counter dice the mass attack. So, you know what? Let's experiment and find out. Oh, so block doesn't even reduce the damage of a mass attack. You know, I didn't realize that. Well, I mean, you didn't gain any health, but at the start of a scene, gain strength based on the amount of damage taken. Wait a moment. Why am I attacking it, or stopping it from attacking the allies? Considering it may recover the health, but it will lose more health than it recovers because it's hitting the rot. It says to the librarian, though. So I'm not sure if that applies to him. I can let 1 attack go through and see what happens. If anything happens. Save that till next round, because... So that's being countered, that's being countered. You, I don't want... whatchamacallit... getting attacked. So you currently have +2 power to your bludgeoning, which makes that 5 to 7. You also have it's also singleton, so it gets +1 strength, so it's in fact 6 to 9. Your current thing is 6 to 9. So if I use that against you, it's technically an even 50-50 split about whether or not you will succeed. Okay. I was also going to let one just of his attacks go through with the attacking just to see what happens. You know what? You can just do opportunity spotted. That'll do some damage. Go. Nice blocks. Unfortunate. That's glorious. Again. Max dice every single time. Okay, so it doesn't look like he gains whatchamacallit. I don't want to tailoring this turn. If anything, I want to use that. And Gubara will then maybe be able to rank up. I have actually no idea how this first initial thing is going to go, so let's just see how everyone rolls. And that's 3 people staggered, which means it's time to reset. Okay. Alright. So in theory, what might be a better idea is to let him damage the minions, and then just as they're about to die, we kill them instead so that he can't eat them. That way we also get as many back attacks as possible. You are on less HP than you were when you started. You also seem to have absolutely no speed. Gonna attack that one, which is attacking Baron. Why? The other one's attacking Baron too. Alright. Let's see how this works out. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Good work. Excellent. Really? Okay. Vengeance on Baron, because that's his entire gimmick. Although I feel I might give it... I have to give it to Baron. The big beastie is probably staggered this turn. In fact, I don't think there's a probably about it. The big beastie is staggered. Really? You staggered Baron right then and there like that? Alright, well... Each time the selected librarian wins a clash, the last dice on their power gains... Okay, No one is attacking Baron. Glorious. The big annoying bastard is staggered. You're attacking Blonder, which means Blonder is forced to kill you. Or finish you, even. Let's see how well this does. Yes. Yes. Okay, we don't take damage on the hit where it dies. That's good to know. Damn it, we didn't quite reduce it to the HP I wanted it to be reduced to. Okay, so new ones are created every single time they do it. Alright, I didn't expect a new one to permanently be made every single time. Well, I think Gabara's dead next turn. That... I need the Yesod. I need to just... You're doing the mass attack, yeah. You need to pray you can stop it. And you, it doesn't entirely matter if you can stop it or not, but it'd be preferable if you can. Oh, that's interesting. Being untargetable also negates the fact that the whatchamacallit can even target you. Huh. So I'm guessing you can't even tell it to clash with you, can you? No, you can't. As I say, Gabara's dead this turn. I cannot stop that. Yep, there goes Gabara. And there almost goes Blonder. This thing is gonna feel the wrath of Baron right then and there. Jesus Christ, Baron. Given your current HP, Baron, I think you need the Crimson Scar. What's this like, then? You're the exact same, except that you don't... whatchamacallit. Except that you don't do the mass attack, which is what we like to see, quite frankly. Is it the same damage? It is the same damage. You don't have this bonus strength, though, I think is a key factor. Also, the body's reset, which I think is another key factor. So, let's just lay into it and see how well we do. It also has significantly less stagger, I think is another key factor. Alright, so if Baron hits that first, Blonder, you are just going to, this turn, become the cannon, the bloody cannon fodder. If I use Binding Chains on it first, all dice gain +1 power. Baron's currently doing a fucking crap ton of damage. Thanks to the amount of damage he took last turn. Blonder is more than likely dead. Unless that counter dice really does work. Actually, because Blonder's dead, I don't even need to worry about who the fuck this thing's attacking, because I can have Blonder take its attack first. So, you need to do an attack which is almost which will guarantee to whatchamacallit. Then you need to do that so that you get bonus damage next turn. Then that, hopefully Baron will... I actually think I want you to do Energy Circle again, just so you get enough light to do the big attacks next turn. If I do that, then... And also, because of it, you can also do that. Because if somehow you survive, then you deserve to die. So, Blonder is tanking everything this turn, and hopefully you guys might be able to kill it this turn. So, let's see how this works. Alright, Blonder, you are apparently the biggest badass I have ever seen. This video has been 26 minutes. Must return, must hurry. Oh wait, do I still need to kill these things? I confess I was not expecting to need to kill these things. I don't think Blonder is capable of killing these things unless somehow she gets lucky with Eliminate. Trash disposal is also actually probably a very horrible idea against these things, because it's gonna do damage every time they're hit. Alright. No, this is not good. Help! Smell blood, tasty scent, must become one again. Meat, wanna eat, must return, must hurry! Alright, that's one dead and gone. That one's almost dead and gone. Same with that one. Isaac, what can you do here? You can regale that one and binding chains that one. You, good chap, can... Oh, wait. Honestly, you can still binding chains that one, because you've got the counter dice. And hopefully you won't die. Okay, so Baron attacks that one, because it's got the most health. And you can also attack that one. Because that one should hopefully be countered by that one, assuming dice work. Goodbye. Good die. And kablooey. Glorious! Okay, 33 minutes. It took 33 minutes. People telling me that the Mountain of Smiling Bodies would take bloody 2.5 hours, just like the Night of Despair. You are all bloody weaklings that apparently don't understand the concept of tactics. I am sorry. That was a little rude of me. I was expecting this to be significantly worse. So what do each of these do then? Absorption. For the duration of the act, recover 20% max HP upon defeating an enemy. At the start of the scene, gain strength based on the amount of HP the librarian has recovered this act. 1 strength per 10% HP recovered. So you're just telling me that the Suicide Baron build, you know, the build which is like, gain bonus strength based on how much damage I've taken. Okay, Wrath of Tormerian, Desperate Struggle. And now you're telling me I get bonus health based on how much I've healed in a certain duel? So on the Sweeper build, which is all about his healing as well, makes it even worse? Okay, we are creating a monster. When the Librarian takes a hit while their HP is at 25% or lower, a Screech bursts out at 50% chance, twice per scene. The Screech deals 2 to 10 stagger damage to all other characters other than this Librarian, including other Librarians, and all characters are inflicted with one of the following statuses: 3 Feeble, 3 Disarm, 3 Bind, and 3 Fragile, or 3 Fragile. That's a little... Okay. Mountain of Corpses. All Librarians except the selected one are immediately killed when the page is chosen. Alright. The selected Librarian gains light capacity, light restoration, strength, protection, and haste proportional to the number of Librarians killed for the rest of battle. Alright. I love how you don't include endurance in that, so that is a full offense thing. I'm really starting to notice a theme with Gabara's flaw, which seems to be focus everything into a singular character. You know? Which is probably meant to be Gabara, given her red mist traits that we still don't know anything about. I guess you can't exert as much power as the red mist did in her prime. Seems so. I can't see myself to be identical to Kali, either. What's the big difference between the red mist and your present self, though? I used to be able to freely wield ego. I was probably the only one in the city who could manage such a feat. Weapons and armors that resonate with your own heart. Who could have imagined that? And now I can't handle those ego as smoothly anymore. But the librarians can use ego now, right? True, but we aren't in full control of the ego we use. We're just temporarily acquiring it from abnormalities. So if I'm getting this right, we're basically borrowing powers from creatures we call abnormalities in the form of ego. That's pretty much it. We're not in the same state. We're not in the state to use them properly. And so the red mist was? Well, the sword I used to wield was extracted from someone else, but the armor was my own ego. Yeah! Your armor did look bloody goddamn awesome. And we all know that your sword comes from nothing there, which is going to be your last fight. Assuming the last fight isn't you. Oh, that's an interesting theory. The way we unlock the red mist is by actually fighting her as the very last fight. Or the red mist as the very last fight. Because we know that Little Red and the wolf hate each other. And for Little Red's suppression, we fought the wolf. And then we fought the wolf after that. So we're probably going to be, instead of fighting a shadow of the wolf, actually fighting the wolf with Little Red, who then needs to kill the wolf, then the body of mountains, then the whatever's next, and then as the final and fifth boss, we probably are going to fight the Red Mist herself. That would be a really interesting and cool way of doing things, wouldn't it? Those empowered me greatly. I mean, yeah. No one could have seen that coming. Weapons and armors that resonate with the mind. Your foes must have been helpless against them. It's not all that convenient. Since it literally links up with your mind, you risk getting consumed by it as well. And the distortion happens if you're gobbled up by it? I suppose so. Every time I used ego, it felt as if someone were talking to me. They're what I desperately needed to hear, but at the same time, those words are things I don't want to listen to. It was like a raging torrent that could sweep my consciousness away if I ever lost my grip. Not sure I felt that. I guess it's because the ego we use here are adjusted by Angela in advance. I'm mostly worried about what may happen when people out there start manifesting and using ego. Who gave you access to such amazing gear anyway? Carmen. The person who supposedly led the research to cure humanity, wasn't it? Right. Carmen was from the nest, but she wasn't afraid to hang around the back streets to give her fervent speech. She wasn't gonna last long if she kept that up, if we're being honest. So you helped her out of pity or something? Not a chance. I wasn't naive enough to serve anyone without payment. I simply wondered just what exactly a nest dweller would know about the agonies of the city to be so passionate about the matter. She brazenly went on about her absurd claim that she can break the ever-repeating cycle of suffering that goes on in the city. I got mad that some dweeb was sprouting off like she understood everything. So I grabbed her and snapped at her. How dare you rattle on about that? What do you know about the pain and suffering people in the back streets go through? I yelled. I thought Carmen would whimper on the verge of tears, but she instead kept a straight face and retorted with a question. What do you know about the pain in the nest, then? Well played! Well played! She said she'll tell me all about the pain and agony of the nest, so I should teach her about the suffering of the backstreets in return. She was so shameless. I didn't like how she acted so brash for someone so weak. Her eyes and voice, on the other hand, carried a certain energy. She said even the weakest people could gain the power to easily topple their head if they set their mind to it. That she will give everyone the therapy to grant such power and mindset. She gave me her card, telling me to come over if I was interested. That was before you got assigned a color, right? Yep, I was a grade 2 back then. You bought into her borderline cultist hooey despite being a grade 2? No, I believed her because I was that experienced, actually. I'd met countless swindlers and hacks in my life, but something about Carmen told me that she wasn't one of them. Just what kind of person was she? Anyway, I decided to count on Carmen. If I could protect this person, maybe this world might change. Maybe fewer people would have to suffer the same kind of pain I did. That's why you work for practically free, huh? All the while you did unbelievable things, becoming a living legend and getting a color. Those were just extras. Doing meaningful work was enough for me. You sure are strong. And stupidly honest. Heard that a lot. Thanks for the stories, by the way. How about a cig? No thanks. Still got loads of work to do. Right. Cool. Well, I guess I should do DICED next. Alright. So let us have ourselves a try at DICED. You might ask, why don't I just equip Herbert and Esther to Tibereth and be done with it? And that's because Tibereth definitely the realizations need such a more exclusive, properly built build. And I still don't have their legendary pages. I haven't even attempted doing the whatchamacallit again yet. I'm quite far behind. So after just checking to make sure the game hasn't updated while I did the Kubara fight, now let's get on to DICED and see how he goes. Who do we have? We have Rose, cause lots of slashing. We got Herbert and Esther because yeah. And then we got my build which kind of relies entirely on torn off wisdom, which will be interesting. So let's go ahead and see what we get. Alright. I'm stumped on how we're supposed to suppress them. Don't tell me, are they related to the nightmarish duo from before? I don't think I've ever seen them before. Way to be meta, Project Moon. It might feel like we're not at our home anymore, but let's keep calm and get started. Okay. So, let's see what you are. Let's all gather up. On the way home, spawns the home when the battle starts. If this character's combat page, friends, let's go home, hits home, the battle is lost. You gosh darned wizard. An endless adventure began. Okay. After the character's attack towards home has been cancelled 3 times, use a mass attack. You wicked wizard. The following scene. If any librarian is hit by the attack, the home is spawned next scene. If no librarian is damaged by the attack, the character becomes staggered next scene. And the home is spawned the scene after the stagger. Okay. So you don't do anything. When I was sleeping, riding a scary An endless... Courageous is immune to all types of damage until Road Home dies. Makes sense. Cowardly. Once Home dies, all resistances change to fatal and max HP is reduced. The number of speed dice and combat pages also change. Alright, so... How is every single attack on Daniel? Or Chiromaster? That one's... The two of you look so similar. You're endured versus everything. So... What's this? Courage. Gain strength equal to the amount of times the road home was attacked this scene. That's gonna be devastating in the end. I can already tell. So what is that? 3 to 6. 3 to 6 is pretty damn minor. What's this? Home cannot be reached. The counter goes up whenever the page targeting the home is cancelled. Okay. How can it get cancelled? That's what I don't get. The house is immune, so I can't actually attack the house like I think I'm meant to. I think I just gotta do that, and that, and then just wait and see what happens. Yeah, I get it. He lost a lot of health. Yellow Brick Road. Targeted by the Road Home and Scaredy Cat. Scaredy Cat gains +5 power when attacking this character. If all attacks of friends Let's Go Home fail to hit the target with this status, the Road Home's last attack is cancelled. So, in other words, I need to cancel that attack, right? Whereas these guys thus interrupt the devastating little kitty cat. Alright, I need to restart this just because I did a change to She Said's deck, which didn't take effect, which is I replaced Extract Fuel with Frontal Assault, so please keep that in mind, game. And in addition, now that I understand that better, I also know getting the extra light on the first turn might be really, really useful. So who are you attacking? She said. It's also, frankly, a case I probably don't even want to attack you. So I'm not even going to try and interrupt that attack. I suppose I could with Dimensional Rift, actually. And then I can do... No, wait. If I attack you, you gain strength, which we don't want. Yeah, I'm good! Just go ahead with this, okay? I mean, yeah, they're significantly lower in stagger now, but... It also mostly just means that... Alright. In addition, the way home is melee attacks, so we can get off your attacks before you gain the bonus strength from the little girl being hit. I love the animation on her. So what do I want first? So now you're doing the mass attack again. Which, this time, you probably actually want to try and avoid. You don't care. You don't care if you get hit by it. If anything, the main important thing I want to do is just get off these two's, whatchamacallit, unlocking. Just so that they can start getting some bonuses. Alright. Go. Really? I can't believe you failed to block that. First attack, Cairo. Well, that's unfortunate. If there was anything I didn't need you doing, it was gaining bonus strength this scene. Cairo... No, Cairo did rank up. Good. Right. After attacking an enemy with higher stagger resist, recover stagger. We need that, and I think at this point, anyone could use it. But I'm going to give it to Cairo. Alright then. So... these lot are going last. You three need to intercept these guys, which, of course, Netzach can't do. In fact, you can't even intercept both of them. Okay. This is kind of exceedingly bad, this particular position that we find ourselves in. What can you do against that? The most you can do is ripple and hope to avoid the first attack. You can leap in order to hopefully avoid that attack. You can extract fuel. Meanwhile, you can... I feel like binding chains just because it'll gain less power and thus do less damage. Because there's no point extracting fuel against that because the block will go up against the whatchamacallit. Yeah, binding chains is the best answer. Alright, this is gonna hurt, guys. So, best of luck. So close, man. You don't gain strength on the scenes where... Okay, I didn't realize that. Man, you really love attacking goddamn Daniel, don't you? Christ! Alright, she said. So, you gain +1 strength this turn due to a lack of cards. You can hard rehearsal that. Probably avoid... probably won't avoid the first attack, but you will more than likely avoid the second. What we need right now is for Daniel to not get attacked again. Because if he is, he will get staggered on the turn where she does her mass attack, which is bad. So, you can do that. That is not being countered properly yet. That's a relatively proper counter. That's not really a good counter, but it's the best we can do. Unless you got something better. You've got Unlock 2 as well. Okay, I'm doing Class and Respect instead of the Unlock, just so that he gets the light benefit. Right. Daniel, you may be in a lot of pain by the end of this. Oh, wow, your dodge actually avoided it. Why do I bother trying to avoid these things with Daniel? Well done, that worked very well. By the way, I have no idea how you're missing health. I thought you were immune to all forms of damage. Have I just crit you a couple of times or something? And that's done damage. Of course, you get 4 on every single fucking attack. Are you bloody kidding me? So which are the most necessary to block? Both the attacks on Daniel are. Because somehow you are more likely to be able to avoid an attack if you do a daring decision on that one. Alright then, as for you. God damn it, chair. My new chair's literally right there. I just need to put it together. You need to get off Dimensional Rift so that you can rip space to get more cards and deal a ton of damage to her. Then again, I might not want that. And I might want to save that till next turn, because I don't exactly know what you're doing next turn for your mass attack of gosh darn wizard. What's that say? If any librarian is hit by the attack. I'm gonna guess it's summation then, if it's that sort of thing. And I'm just gonna have to pray that Netzach gets lucky. Okay. I was right about that working. At the very least. I don't know why I'm still clicking even though auto quick mode is on. I keep hearing that. Alright. Summation. I knew it. Well, if we're doing summation, 2 attacks are on you, which is quite frankly really, really, really bad. It's a summation of 12. What's your maximum? Your minimum is 6, your maximum is 12. So I somehow need to roll the max. This is a loss. Can you stop attacking poor Cairo? Christ! Once again, the third scenario is that we all get the whatchamacallit. Full energy by the end of this. We're not going to, because Cairo didn't get it, but oh, Cairo did get it. That works. Torn off wisdom. Thank you. That is what he needs for his build. Alright. In addition, you rolled crap for speed this turn. Meaning, I can actually defend everyone. Perhaps not as well as I may want to, but I can. In addition, the most important thing to note is that he doesn't have courage this turn, which means we can just full ham into the girl for everything that we've got. Alright? Alright, let's go. Wow, really? I mean, that I expected. That bit I expected. Oh, you're not attacking Cairo this time with that attack, are you? Well, color me impressed. Alright, let's do this again. Blocked. Blocked. The next one won't get blocked by one of them because he doesn't have the next attack. Yeah, you take crit damage, and I just got 3 crits in a row. Jesus Christ, what is actually the percentage chance at getting a 10% percentage chance in a row? Alright then, so you got an awful lot of speed then. Well done. can stop that attack, and then, because that will give you the maximum power, you will then be able to do one of these. Which one are you doing it on? That one. As for you, you have to interrupt one of the 4s. You can interrupt the first 4. It doesn't matter. They're the exact same ability. And either way, someone's still getting hit by that. Who's better off getting hit? You're better off getting hit, because you can't exactly not get hit. Plus, I can use a counter dice with you. Each attack that can be negated is being negated. So the rest of our energy can go into killing the little girl. Unfortunate, unfortunate. But you still got the massive charge, meaning you do that. I don't think you won the clash in order to get the whatchamacallit though, the draw 2 cards. Yeah, I figured as much. It's better to be hit by a singular attack with +5 power than 2 attacks with +5 power. Alright, Kyra's getting attacked by the mass attack once again. So, he really needs to save his cards. Because he doesn't have much choice. Are we at... Is 3 our maximum emotion at the moment with our current deck? Yeah, I think it is, and because there's no level tier 2 emotion cards for us, we can't exactly do better than this. Meaning we're now stuck at this emotion level, so we can't rely on being able to easily just gain more. That's going to give you +2 power. You always gain the light thanks to Torn Off Wisdom. It's why I love Torn Off Wisdom. You always gain the light. Meaning you're going to restore 2. Meaning that's the... I am better off using the strength this turn. Is basically what it is. Cairo, are you just better off getting hit? No, you're better off using Flying Sword to maybe avoid an attack. And then be able to do something about it next round. Every attack's being countered. Meaning anything else I attack with is just for recovery's sake. Also, we can't attack her this time, because she's got 3 to 8 dodge on everything, so... Alright. Okay. Let's just see how this turns out. Well done, you actually avoided the first attack. You didn't avoid the second attack, Cairo, so... You still avoided more than I expected you to avoid, if I'm being fully honest. Okay. Now then, you got 4 speed on everything. Jesus, ever-loving Christ. What are my options here? You are attacking him with that. You gain +5 power. That means it's 8 to... That means that is 8 to... What am I calling it? 8 to 10. Now, I have Blade Unlocked and Piercing. That means I get +3 power, which means your Will of the Prescript is 7 to 11. Which is technically better than you. In almost every way. So you actually have a decent chance to avoid that. You thus need to interrupt that attack. Best ability to do that? That. Then you also need to interrupt that attack. Best ability to do that? Best thing you can do for that is multi-slash so you don't have to use any more energy than you have to. You really aren't given a lot of choice for stuff you can do. In fact, I don't want you to use Flashing Strike, because that's your best chance to avoid the whatchamacallit. If anything, I need you to use Class and Respect against that, and we pray. We pray that you don't screw up somehow. Okay. This is the best I can do. Let's go, guys. Slice, slice, slice. Unfortunate. Told you. Holy... Oh, no, wait. That was the other one. We're good. We're good. Alright, time for the summation. Right. Summation should be easy, right? Yes, you got daring assault. You actually can't lose. You have rip space, but no goddamn energy. For fuck's sake. Let's see, your minimum is 8, your maximum is 17. So you've got about a 50-50 chance of passing with that attack, I would say. These two actually can't fail, and neither can Netzak. It's literally just whether you do or not. It actually is, which is kind of terrifying. Okay, guys, let's pray. Are you actually for fucking real, Cairo? My goddamn chair. It's really annoying me now. Yes, yes, we get it. We get it. He's staggered. Because he sucks. Because everyone here sucks. And of course you immediately start attacking the guy that's staggered. You know what that means? We've lost. Thank you. Don't be a fucking prick, game, and roll the actual fucking minimum on the goddamn dice! Okay. I've changed one card out from Cairo, which was Ripple, because I have not used Ripple fucking once, making it actually useless. Okay, guys, let's go. So, I'm surprised that worked, quite frankly, with how everything's been going so far. Why do I feel like I should just say, fuck it, give everyone the crit, and see if we can kill the lion before anything? Because the crit actually worked. You know what? I feel so tempted to do that. In fact, I'm going to do that. I am fed up now. I am going to see if I can kill this lion before I even kill the lion. Before we even kill the girl, I should say. So, off you go, guys. Let's see if we manage to kill the lion. Torn off wisdom. Thank you. I like that. That is required. So is you guys actually getting a good amount of whatchamacallit. That was better off as a redo because that second round was so fucking awful. Okay. Go. You somehow get hit by the first attack. That happens, I suppose. The counter dice was not meant for you, but it doesn't look like it's mattered too much. There's a crit. I swear to God, I'm gonna crit this thing down. There's another crit. No, wait, that was just strong enough to do enough damage. There's a big difference. It should not be allowed that speed. if you're gonna give it a mechanic where it's just like, oh, have plus whatever bullcrap speed. It should not be have plus bullcrap whatever power. It should not be allowed to get that much speed. It should not. Because the variance is too fucking awful in this game. Alright. Let's see how this... Well done, Cairo. That worked out amazingly. That worked out to be about as expected. That wasn't too bad. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You're really attacking him again with the fucking mass attack. Are you for fucking real right now, you little tiny so-and-so? Who else are you attacking? Cairo. You know what? Cairo's fine. Cairo can take it. Cairo's gonna do Golden Opportunity, the new card I gave him. Okay. Let us go. Let us do this. Let us see how well this ends up doing. You block both. Well done. Nedzap. And we're back here because they don't know how to leave a fucking character alone! Do they now? No! Of course they don't. That would indicate that the game is fucking fair. But we've always known that the game doesn't know the meaning of the fucking term, let alone word. Fair. Okay, guys. Let us try again. Really? You rolled the fucking 2. Really? You rolled the absolute manor. Oh, okay. You just lose your entire fucking card because you can't roll above the fucking lowest number! Fuck off! You really have a thing for these two particular little characters, don't you, little girl? And you know what? It's called being a fucking little... You're just a bloody little bird at in these sorts of situations, and you know what that means? It is not a good thing. It means you are it means that no one likes you, because birds are not a good thing. Don't try and be a bird. Right. Take whatever this attempt this is. Oh my god, you actually resisted. You didn't. That's why I made sure I didn't do the extra attack with you. You blocked. Well done. You don't get the third attack, but you blocked 2 of them. That's the important thing. I love the exact moment I turn on the crit, none of them happen. Okay. Okay. All of these suck for this particular fight. What the bloody hell, game? Because we can't actually deal 15 or more damage to an enemy. We basically can't stagger enemies, and we can't kill them either. We are actually crippled in this fight due to the abnormality cards. We are especially crippled when people think it's okay to roll a 2. Because guess what? It's not okay to roll a 2. No one likes the 2. The 2 is not a good number. Let us go. Thank you for not rolling the 3. I was actually scared you might consider it. You almost didn't do badly against that attack. I give you credit for that. You avoided 1 attack, and you didn't get hit by that either. I love how there's you know, there's a problem when the guys are so good you only get green things, when one character is very specifically built around failing the initial stages. You know? Okay. You both blocked it. Nice. You both blocked it again. You both blocked it a 3rd time. I could not ask for anything more perfect than that. Thank you. She said just recovered some stagger resistance, which is equally nice. We're still not crocking any of these goddamn crits that I specifically added to this goddamn build because we kept critting this guy and dealing tons of damage to him. Why is that, game? You decided to roll 3 6s. Madeline, you are a goddamn saving grace. Let's do this, guys. I am going to deny you your stuff. She said, seriously. I think we've just lost now because of the fact she hit one of them. Am I correct in that thinking? Have we just lost? Oh, I see you can crit her. Yeah, we lost. Cairo? Why do you think it's acceptable to roll a fucking 3? Parafox is getting diced again. That's all this is. Parafox always just gets fucking diced. You didn't even start with any energy cards. There are 3 cards in your deck which don't have energy equipped to them. And you get all fucking 3 of them. Now let me guess, Cairo. You're also not gonna roll a single number that saves you from the mass attack, right? That's 1 down. That's 2 down. And finally, yep, Parafox gets diced. Why do I always get fucking diced? I mean, we got like 2 or 3 crits in that one, so maybe it wasn't so bad. Who are the people attacking? Who are you attacking? Oh, and one of them only can roll a 2. How about no? Fuck off, game. I am getting fed up with you rolling, thinking you're allowed to roll the fucking lowest number every fucking time. Because it's not allowed. It's not acceptable. It's seriously not fucking acceptable. The rate you think you're allowed to do this. It's just not. Fucking stop it. Yeah, you see all these 6s that everyone's rolled. Can I get that next turn instead of this turn? Can I actually trade it in? Because I would be grateful if I could. Because next turn is when I need them to be 6s. Not this turn. Okay, that worked. That also worked. And only Cairo got hit by the second attack because he didn't have a card with 3 attacks. Because he doesn't have cards with 3 attacks. It didn't go too bad, honestly. And that went better than expected as well. But you know what I didn't notice? A single crit. You fucking did it again. Game, I'm just gonna keep restarting until you fucking actually play properly. Because them rolling those numbers, he should only be able to roll 1s. He should only be able to roll 1s. The fact he can roll more than 1 on the turn where it actually fucking matters is fucking stupid. Can you attack someone else, you stupid little girl? Hell hath no fury like a Parafox scorned. And nothing scorns a Parafox more than giving him fucking crappy rolls every single time. Because it's just not it's just not fair. It's really just not fair. Really? You failed a will of the prescript? Pal, don't you have, like, +6 power built into your character? You know what? It got me my half-it, my torn-off wisdom. There are worse scenarios. Game, what did I just fucking say? This is not fucking acceptable. This just isn't acceptable. Why do you think this is acceptable? I cannot fucking do anything for this guy. I literally can't. I can only defend and pray. And actually pray that he can some fucking how get off one, not die this turn. Let's see Daniel get staggered then, shall we? So close. Okay, you actually managed to avoid one. Well done, Daniel. I am proud of that. Netzak's feeling the wrath. Yes. My god fucking rip space. It is actually a saving grace. I fucking countered that. Game, actually, what the fuck then? Why are you actually so buggy and glitchy? Can we not get key pages which have higher than fucking 2 base speed? Because it's just not fucking fair that it is such an unreasonably low number. There is no expressive hatred great enough to show how much I hate getting diced like this. You know? You got a crit. Well done. Can we get more of those, please? I mean, it's not even a proper tactic. I'm doing it to troll, to see if it's possible. Because I think it would be hilarious if I can somehow kill the lion before the girl. Give me Torn Off Wisdom. I can stop 2 attacks. Just 2. Because the game thinks it's fucking fair that the lion is allowed to be so fast on the turn where it gets +5 speed against everyone. Meanwhile, we have no such thing as haste. You know what gives haste? This gives haste. That's pretty much the only thing that gives haste. That is the only thing that gives a significant amount of haste to actually help. And even then, it doesn't help, because I still roll a fucking 2. So it comes up to 4, and look at that speed. He has 2 4s, meaning I can't stop him. If we follow this path, we'll find the home we've been looking for so eagerly. Hell hath no fucking fury. Like what I feel in my soul right now against this game and the way it just, and the numbers it thinks it's allowed to roll and have any fairity behind those numbers. Frankly, if we can crit the road home, all the way back home, I won't be against that either. You're attacking Netzak, obviously. Netzak? You're attacking DICED, obviously. And then you're attacking Cairo. Because you obviously have to attack your favorites, don't you? Yes, quite obviously. At least he hasn't been attacked this turn. I just don't know at this point. So, let's have a try at this. Okay? Okay. No hit. No hit. No hit. I am shocked. Positively shocked that nothing hit then. That... Well, Daniel, you're doing fuck all at the moment. But luckily we have Madeline to save us. Thank you, Christing alive, Madeline. I cannot express how badly I needed this. In fact, you can rip space the little girl, cause I've had enough. Madeline, for God's sake, please do this amazingly. You too, Daniel. Honestly, you too. Yes, amazing. Thank you. That's unfortunate, and that's very fortunate. That's unfortunate. Yes, little girl. I made it so that you could not possibly win a single clash against us this round. Who are you attacking? The two on full stagger. You know what? I am perfectly happy with that. Because they're on full stagger, they can spend their efforts elsewhere, like you interrupting that. Okay, guys. Let's do this. We only need to survive a little longer if we wish to live. You know? I haven't even seen the giant mass attack in ages, have I? Things have been just going that goddamn badly. That was good. That was fine. Another crit on the lion. The lion is slowly losing its health. Right then. Madeline, you are once again the saving grace. For the most part. So, what can you do? Fuck all. Almost. You can do that. And hope. You can do that and hope. The fact half my tactics revolve around hope kinda states a problem with everything. Ironically, Cairo can tank that singular attack. In fact, so could DICED, honestly, tank one of these. Just to reduce the risk of anyone getting staggered this time. By the way, I have left people with enough cards. You don't count because you get new cards each turn. You can do that to try and avoid the mass attack. Only if I give you the option to actually heal from it. So it looks like you're gonna have to take a couple of hits. But don't worry, you can then heal afterwards. You'll be able to do that, if necessary. And you can do Flashing Strike, which will hopefully gain the bonus haste. For fuck's sake, guys, can we just kill this? Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. The girl is practically dead. Of course you attack using the 6, meaning instead of the 8, the one time I get good speed dice. Of course you do. You can't fail with repressed flesh. Meaning you can take on that. I don't think you can fail with emotional turbulence, either. For God's sake, Cairo, if we lose this now, it is your fault, okay? Oh my God, Cairo! What the actual fuck?! You know what? I give up. No, I'm still going. I'm just gonna keep on going. I don't know why you suddenly have so much power behind you and your attacks. Can I actually get an explanation for that? Cairo is probably staggered this turn. She said's just tanking that. You are hopefully going to counter that and not get staggered by it. You, again, are hopefully going to counter that and not get staggered by that somehow. You know, by you failing. I don't even think you can lose against that when he hasn't got the bonus power. She said is taking on that attack. You are praying you don't get staggered. That is literally what you are doing. Praying. And then you are gonna save your turn. Okay. Glorious. Fuck off. Okay, we are now forced into a scenario where we either kill her or we lose. Meaning, Cairo, you're taking a hit for the team. I think I need Cheesehead to take the hit as well. What's your maximum damage? 10, 9, and 15. 10, 9, 15. 10, 9, 15. That makes 30 something or other. You can't die. I don't even know if you can get staggered this turn thanks to that. So, we need to just, as I say, go full on in on murdering this woman. Using the highest power rating abilities that I have. If she doesn't die, we lose, because he's staggered and he can't block her. And it will be Cairo's fault once again. Come on, guys! I need some crits! Well, you know what I said about she said being able to possibly survive? I was apparently so goddamn wrong. Okay, it is now 2v... Now you're just making me feel guilty. Now that just makes me feel goddamn guilty. But also, so fucking relieved. Just... go... die, please. Thank you. That took me 2 hours. That took me approximately 2 hours. I hate this so- I hated that so much. That is the second hardest abnormality I fought. Mostly because Parafox gets diced. It is now just a thing. Parafox gets diced. Say it with me, everyone. Parafox gets diced. We need somehow to fix the fact I get diced, but I'm pretty sure there isn't one. At the start of the scene, gain strength and protection equal to the number of allies currently alive subtracted by 2. If value is less than 0, feeble and fragile will be added instead. I mean, that's not the worst, honestly. That's pretty good. Home. At the start of the scene, numbered targets are placed on up to 3 enemies. Every time a target is attacked in the correct order, increase outgoing damage by 2 for the scene. Interesting. A road walked home together. If an ally intercepts, redirects an attack that was initially targeting this character, dice that target that ally's page gain 1 to 2 power. Okay, that's actually really good. I like that one. That one's a really good one. What are you up to? Picking out some coffee beans. It's much more intensive work than it seems. I, Angela, and the employees of the Lobotomy Corps were picked out and ended up where we are, just like the guests were. No matter what the individual wishes, society will just pick out the people it wants while leaving the rest to rot in the pile. An invisible chain of oppression is weighing down on everybody. Those are rules necessary for people to live close to each other. Hell, I bet society's gonna be even more messed up now than it is now without them, you know? I agree that some rules are needed, but why'd they have to be so... Can I talk, please? But why'd they have to be so extreme? The syndicates in the backstreets, the associations of the fixers, and the wings, they're all established on the premise of human sacrifice. That's how it is in this world. A big game of cat and mouse, where the winner takes all. There's no point trying to wrap your head around the inevitable. You really are an odd one, huh? Would you say that the pain and loss you suffered were also inevitable then? You always talk about the city so plainly, saying that everything happening in it can't be helped. Is it really because you're indifferent about it, or are you trying to turn away from the underlying unfairness? Sure. We're just being carried away by a gigantic wave. All we gotta do is surrender to the flow and float down the stream. You're busy running away, aren't you, Roland? You see, I came from the nest. Figured as much. I was born into a wealthy family that was the envy of all. I didn't have to worry about my future, and was born smart too, to top it off. Some elite prodigy you were. I know, right? They all expected me to join A-Corp and climb up to a high position like it was nothing. My older sister and other siblings got into wings like a breeze too. The wings most people strive to enter were no more than ordinary career paths for me. I never got why they were so desperate to join such boring companies. Damn, that's how great your family was? Yep, that's the kind of family Daniel had. But one day, in a bizarre turn of events, one might even describe as fate, he steps into the backstreets, the place he'd never thought would have anything to do with his life. A rebellious little deviation from the quotational life of a spoiled young gent? It would have been pretty romantic if that were the case, but I was just kidnapped, really. Caught me by surprise. I love how you casually say that. Someone decided to kidnap a nest resident? And a rich one at that? Must have been some big shot syndicate or just a crazy ass. Well, you see, it was actually Carmen and Callie. Huh? If the Red Mist did that, well, I guess she had good reasons. Well, I came back to my senses. When I came back to my senses, those two were arguing with each other. You were never good at telling people apart based on their faces, Callie. Well, it's your fault for giving me a bad description, Carmen. Etc., etc. I couldn't help but chuckle listening to that. I thought I was looking at a comedy skit or something. So they got the wrong person? Didn't take them for a couple of airheads.
I'm telling you, they're really clumsy at heart. They were trying to catch some con artist who scammed Carmen out of her research fund, and Callie apparently mistook me for the perp. I thought I'd get some apologies and go back to where I belong. But then Carmen asked me, without a hint of shame, to help her out for a bit while I'm at it. She said it helps to have a visibly rich person like me stand next to her. So I said yes, out of surprise and confusion. I was wondering what she was about to do, and then she took me to an open space and started giving me a long speech.
I guess it wasn't anything weird, since there are plenty of people muttering nonsense in the back streets every day.
You're right about that. You can guess what she was saying, standing next to me. She went on about vague things like how everyone is fatigued and ill with the disease of the mind, and that she's recruiting people to help her find a way to overcome it.
Sounds like total hogwash.
One thing that stood out about her was that she was so proud and confident with her ridiculous speech, even when most people barely gave her a glance before going about their business. Carmen was vastly different from other people I had seen. She had the eyes and the voice of a person who was willing to carve a brand new path. I never thought people like her could exist until that day. After her speech, Carmen walked home. And on the way back, I saw and heard it for the first time. The hellish landscape that was so different from the world I lived in. Carmen and Callie taught me about what's going on in the back streets and how people in the nest are being extorted without meaning. When I got back home that day, I spent all night shivering from this odd sense of guilt.
The naive young noble wakes up to a half-baked sense of justice.
I did. I guess you could say it was half-baked in a way.
I mean, you could have just shrugged the whole thing off as a bad day and went back to your everyday life, no?
Maybe, but I just couldn't, no. So, I ended up joining Carmen's team of researchers.
That's simple. Aren't you skipping too many steps at once?
Of course my family had several problems with it, but those were just small details. I wanted to use my capabilities to help people. I was sincere about wanting to make the world a better place. Daniel was.
How about it, then? Are you still sincere about that?
Yep, I am. I want to change it right next time. If there is a next time, that is.
Don't expect others to have the peace of mind like you do. It's all thanks to your prosperous background that you could say such generous stuff. I'll be going now.
Well, I have no idea how goddamn long this episode's gonna be, considering that took me 2 hours. Parafox gets diced. What else can I say? Well, everyone, what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today? I've been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.